Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Teresa Daly. I'm a lifestyle mentor from Nala Packner Lifestyle Mentoring. Okay, so lovely to see you this morning. Really great to have you here. It's raining and cold outside, typical spring morning. So we are inside of my beautiful little meditation spot. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to take up about 15 to 20 minutes of your time. And in that time, we're going to do two things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a lovely guided meditation to help you start your week off nicely, focusing on relaxation and just being present, and you'll just feel very blissful. So we're going to do that first. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about living an abundant life, living in abundance with a connected life. And I'm going to share a top tip for you, and I'm going to tell you about how I came to that understanding. Really powerful and amazing stuff. By the end of this video, you are going to feel lovely and relaxed. Hopefully that'll get you off on the right foot for the week, and you'll also have some fabulous information and maybe a bit of awakening around what it is to live an abundant life, and of course how you can achieve that with my beautiful big top tip. So sorry, I didn't itchy nose. Little bit of bunny fur, that's a story in itself from before. Now, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, yes, of course, I'm available on a Wednesday and a Thursday for a one-on-one appointment. You can book that here on the Facebook page. Fantastic. Choose a time that suits you. I'll confirm it. Once that's done, we will have our appointment after I've sent you a Zoom link, and then you can pay me either with a PayPal invoice or I'll send you my bank account details. It's just that easy. So yes, Wednesday and Thursday, have a look and see if you can find a time that suits you. All right, so I'm ready to get started. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to send me a little love heart or a like or something, that's fantastic. Leave them there. I won't be looking back on them just yet. I'll look back on them later, because this bunny fur is quite annoying. I think I'll have to tell you what happened this morning with Honey Bunny. But before I do that, it's a little bit of an extra. Yes, I won't look at the comments until I look at the computer later, because I don't stop. I just sort of channel and do things as they come through. So yes, please leave any comments. Please leave any questions. Leave me a message if you've got any questions about anything that I do, and we'll get started. And before we start with our guided meditation, I'll tell you what happened this morning. So Honey Bunny is our beautiful, if you have a look, you'll be able to see a picture of her. She's a beautiful little sort of like honey-coloured dwarf lop rabbit, and she looks very doozy and dopey and not very clever, but don't let that fool you. So she's, we're sort of training her to be a mostly inside rabbit, so she spends a lot of time inside, but I leave the door open for her to go into the little garden around the house. Anyway, this morning, Nick accidentally left the front gate open as well, and she went right out onto the gravel road, and she was hopping around the wood stack in the bush, and I thought, look, she will be fine. So I left it go, and then she came back inside when she was ready, all wet and muddy and very cute, and I quickly shut the door, so now she's inside, so I can't be bothered leaving gates and that open and keeping an eye on her. But anyway, touching her, I got a lot of fur on me, touched my face obviously, so now I'm all itchy, and hopefully I won't keep scratching myself. I can see fur flying everywhere. Okay, so let's get started. We're doing our guided meditation first. So what you're going to do is you're just going to close your eyes. I close my eyes because I channel this fresh for you, and so I keep my eyes closed. So you can close your eyes or leave them open. So closing your eyes, either laying or sitting down somewhere comfortable. Tongue to the roof of your mouth, just the tip of your tongue like this. I don't know if you can see that, to the roof of your mouth. It's a mudra in the body, so it sets up the circuitry of your electrical circuitry of your body to be conducive with going within and relaxing. So that's it, keeping your mouth closed. Following your breath, what I call ahimsa breathing, so non-violent breathing. It's very gentle, breathing in down to your feet. Gently out through your nose. So just taking a moment now, I won't talk, following your breath for a while. In. So letting your breath lead the way, breathing in and out, down to your feet. Every inhalation and exhalation, becoming more relaxed. Starting to focus on the area around your body. It's like that egg-shaped aura shape. Seeing that space around your body, in the front of your body, under your feet, behind, above. Seeing it all filling with a beautiful white light. It's all nice and even. All the way around your body is even. Seeing that light, that egg-shaped bubble is nice and strong and solid. Nothing can get through. And allowing that light to fill your body, your physical body as well. Every cell is filling with light. Any spaces that you can see that are dark or heavy where the light's not going, that's okay. Just breathe and the light will fill them when it's ready. Just allowing yourself to relax and the light to fill your cells. When our cells are filled with light and the electricity is flowing, we don't have dis-ease, discomfort. We live in health and happiness. If that light's wanting to go deeper into your emotions or thoughts, into your bones, bone marrow, wherever that light wants to go, allow it to lead the way. Just allow that light and that breath to go where it needs to go. So you relax and allow the light and your breath to lead the way. Noticing your body's relaxing. Everything's becoming soft. The auric field around you is strong and healthy. Now have the intention that this is how your auric field's going to be. Strong and healthy and balanced the whole week until we meet again next Monday. 100% strong and healthy and balanced. Noticing this feeling of relaxation and choosing to have this feeling every day this week. This is a choice. When you feel ready, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, slowly opening your eyes. Okay, so that's a very short little meditation, and you can do that yourself as well, no matter where you are. I mean, you know, you can do it for a shorter period as you want. So maybe even if you're waiting in a queue, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling upset, you might be waiting for an appointment, you know, just sit there and you'll get to the point where you don't even need to close your eyes. If you do need to close your eyes now, you'll just be able to go, right, your breath is the key, okay? So your breath is the key. Your breath is the carrier, is the boat, is the way that leads the way. And so rather than you forcing your breath to go a certain way, allow your breath to lead the way. Allow your breath to carry you. Your breath is incredibly intelligent and it will automatically go into the parts of your body and into the parts of your psyche, down to the deepest cells and beyond, and into your auric field and further beyond. It will know where to go. So allow your breath to lead the way. And as your breath leads the way, you'll notice your body relaxing more and more. So the more frequently you can do this, the greater the benefit, rather than just doing it, you know, once in a while. Try and make a habit of doing it. You know, gosh, if you could do it every day, that would be brilliant. If you could do it many times a day when you're feeling stressed, that would be brilliant. I'll tell you a short story now. So, before I had honey, I used to go to Western Creek up near the Western Tiers in Tasmania to such an yoga retreat there. Sometimes, you know, I'd go and do some little things. And one of the ladies that used to go there, she was like allergic to everything. You know, she couldn't eat gluten, she couldn't eat this, she couldn't eat that, she couldn't do that, she couldn't do that. I mean, for goodness sake, like really, she really had that many problems with whatever in the world. And this went on for quite some time, I think, for her. And then she decided she'd had enough. So she worked with someone out of Hobart, a Satchinanda Swami person, who said, right, she quit her job, everything. She said, I'm just going to focus on this. So this person told her, you know, you need to do 4 yoga nidras a day. Now that's like 4 hours a day of yoga nidra, which is a lot, you know. And then she needed to sing kirtan for so much times a day, and she needed to chant mantra, and it was like absolutely full on. So she did that with all her heart and soul for I think about 3 months or so, and you know, she was completely healed. She now eats anything. She's pure vegetarian, so she doesn't eat any animals or anything like that. But that's through choice. I mean, the same for me. Like, I'm sure I could eat an animal if I wanted to, but I don't. I choose not to eat animals. But I probably might be a bit sick if I ate an animal, because I haven't eaten an animal for like 30 years. But I think, you know, I'm not allergic to probably eating flesh or whatnot, but I choose not to. So she can eat gluten. She can eat anything. She now plays the harmonium. In fact, she taught me how to play my harmonium that I dragged back from northern India. That, again, is another story that was pretty funny. So the point of the matter is because she relaxed for so many hours a day, her body healed itself simply by breathing, relaxing, and allowing. So coming back to what I was saying, allow your breath to lead the way rather than you forcing it, to go somewhere. The more relaxed you are, the better your life will be, the healthier and happier you'll be. So I really think that the number one approach for all of us should be relaxation. So hopefully that's helped you today, and it's given you, if you're doing these things with me regularly, you'll find it more and more, you'll find it easier as you go along. Of course, if you have any questions or need any help, just ask me. Also, you can book in with me for a private guided meditation session. I sort of say that, you know, half an hour, 30 minutes is fantastic. So if you'd like to do that, once again, Wednesday or a Thursday is when I do my private consultations. Okay, so now this brings me to the second part of our live video today, and I'm very excited. So number 2, we are going to talk about living in abundance in a connected life. Okay, so I can remember the exact moment that this really, truly dawned on me. Really, I felt it in every cell of my body. So I'd gone for a bushwalk, and I was walking back along the road. The sun was shining. It was a lovely day. And I'm just like walking along. And the next minute I see Honey running up the road towards me. She was so happy to see me, and her smile and her little face. And she might have been about 3 or maybe something like that. And I realized that she was so perfect as she was. And then I sort of saw a bit more, and I saw the space around her, and I saw the trees, and I saw the gravel road and the dam and everything. And I said, oh my goodness, everything is perfect as it is. I have been given the best. This is not second rate. And then I looked at myself, my body, and I thought about my mind and my talents and my personality, and even the things that I've been persecuted for and teased for as a child and whatever else. I suddenly realized, no, you know, it was actually the best. I hadn't been given second rate anything. I was like top shelf. Everything in my life was absolutely top shelf. And so when I looked out and I saw, you know, the goats and the dam and whatever, I didn't see the jobs I needed to do anymore. I just didn't see them. I just thought, oh my goodness, this is perfect. I have been given the absolute best. And I suddenly felt that full of abundance because I could see the abundance in my life. And you know, when people talk about having abundance, they expect that they'll see their bank account with like millions of dollars in it and whatever. But you know, you could see millions of dollars in your bank account, and that would be fantastic because there's so much you can do with millions of dollars. It'd be wonderful. But the point of the matter is, do you think you'd be happy? So if I suddenly put $10 million into your bank account right this very second, would you feel incredibly satisfied? You might go online and buy some things. You know, it might take a while for the novelty to wear off, but after a while, you'd start to think, no, this is not exactly what I want. This isn't exactly what I want. And, if I was to suddenly go to your place and materialize the most incredible, beautiful garden you've ever seen that produces food and has a lovely sitting spot and has these gorgeous big trees, and you were sitting in this garden, imagine it now, the sun's on your face, you can smell flowers and hear bees, it's just incredible. And it would feel fabulous, it really would. But then after a while, the novelty would wear off and you'd think, no, I still don't feel, I don't feel yet content and really happy. I don't feel like I'm really living in abundance, even though I'm surrounded by abundance. So here's my secret tip to you that I worked out, and it really, really works. Whether we are sitting in a garden that's fully established and gorgeous, whether we are looking at a bank account with millions of dollars in it or not, we still have that abundance there. The point is that we don't see it. We just don't see it. What we see is we see lack. We look at our bank account and we see how much money there isn't. We look at our garden and we see how much work we haven't done, how little a tree has grown, how little food's coming out of the garden. Whatever we look at, we see lack. And by seeing lack, we identify with lack, and then we think, right, I'm living in lack, because that is what we're seeing. If we looked at the garden, coming back to the animals, they come out of their little houses, the bunnies come out, and they don't see, they just see, wow, clover, and they just eat what's there. And if there's no clover there, they go and eat something else. They just, if the sun's not there, they go and sit on their bed under the house where it's warm. They just always seek out abundance. They don't ever seek out lack. They don't try and change their lives in any way. They just seek out abundance. And I think that's why they're always happy and relaxed, because they don't see lack in their lives. So have a think about what it is that you do where you are seeing lack in your life. Do you look at your body and think, it's not right, there's something wrong, it's too fat, it's too thin, it's not healthy? Some way that you see lack in your body or in your health. Do you see lack in your bank account? Do you see lack in your garden? Do you see lack in your interests or hobbies? Where do you see lack in your life? What are you lacking in your life? Now, flick it around and instead see the abundance in what you have. Now, here's the thing. When you start to see abundance, when you start to identify with that vibration and you see, wow, this gardens are amazing, it's so beautiful, and I feel so happy with what I have, it doesn't mean you're saying, I don't want any more. And this is the other sort of misconception around creating abundance in your life, is to say, my garden is perfect as I am. That means I don't want any more. That means that I don't want any more food coming out of this garden. That means that I don't want any more growth. It's just perfect. I don't want to change a thing. That's not what's happening here. So, if I look at my body and I see it as a beautiful body, and I say, wow, this body is so healthy and it can walk, and I'm so grateful I'm not in a wheelchair, and I'm so grateful I can go to the toilet on my own, and I'm so grateful I don't have terrible schizophrenia. Wow, I'm so incredible. Look at all the fantastic things that this body can do. When I identify with that, do you know what happens? I start to see more amazing things. And then when I go shopping, I will automatically see this incredible dress, and I think, wow, that's the most beautiful dress. It would look amazing on my beautiful body, and I will have the money for it, because what I'm doing is I'm praising abundance. Whereas if I see my body as lacking and terrible and slow and fat and sluggish and whatever the hell I want to see it as that is lacking, when I go out, I go, oh, look at that beautiful dress. I wish I could have that beautiful dress, but I can't, because I can't afford it, and probably it wouldn't even look that good on me because my body's not even that beautiful, and oh, what a shame I don't deserve that dress. And that's what we're saying, when we walk out into our garden and we go, oh, it's only got a few pots of herbs, and oh, if it was a bigger garden, I'd spend more time on it, have more things growing. Oh, poor me. What we're doing is we're identifying with lack. But if we look at those 2 little pots of herbs and we say, wow, you guys are so clever, you're fantastic, look at you growing parsley and thyme, you're just so beautiful. What's going to happen is we're going to see more garden and more garden and more garden. And It's incredible the miracles that work in life and what we can attract when we see things from a positive point of view that identifies with abundance rather than identifies with lack. But it's a really, I think, difficult habit. We are so, I know, for me, to see lack, it's second nature. For people, it's second nature to see what we don't have. I think about a lot about why that is. And that's a huge, long discussion that, could be had about why do we see lack? Why do we think we don't get what we feel like or what we really want until we've somehow suffered for it, or that maybe we don't deserve that really good thing for whatever reason we don't deserve it. There are probably a myriad reasons where that comes from, and as an individual I think that would play a huge part. It's not a blanket answer, but that is the case. We constantly see lack. So if you can start to see the abundance in your life that you have, truly feel it, truly love it, truly love the abundance in your life, you will then see more abundance. You will then see more abundance. You will then see even more abundance until one day you look back and you're just the most abundant person you know. You are just filled with abundance. This is what happens when we see abundance. The more we see abundance, the more abundance we have. The more we praise abundance, the more abundance we have. And the happiness and the contentment and the health and the beauty that will overflow in you will just be incredible. So that's my secret for creating abundance. Now, if you live a connected life, and you're connected with your food and with your body and with the weather, and if you're really connected and present and mindful, you're in a better place to see this abundance. The more you see abundance, the more abundance you're going to have. So that concludes our Monday morning talk this morning, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please send me a message and I will get back to you. Don't forget you can work with me one-on-one on a Tuesday or a Wednesday online. I'll send you the Zoom invite. We'll do that, and then I'll send you an invoice. Absolutely gorgeous. You can book online. I'd love to work with you. And any questions about today, just let me know. I am going to carry on with my day and have a beautiful, relaxed, happy, abundant day, and I hope that you do too. All my love and blessings for a gorgeous day. Remember, you are loved, you are gorgeous, and you are perfect just as you are. Mwah. Bye-bye from me.